nearly enough monitors turned on right now.
All right, fantastic.
I need more monitors.
Indeed.
More monitors.
You can't have enough monitors.
You really can't have too many.
Yeah. Da. Bring you take that Reddit bullshit the hell out of my damn stream. So anyway,
What?
all right. So anyways, here let me fucking pop over here and actually let me tweet this out while I'm at it. As everything seems to be fighting me. Is it streaming? Okay, cool. Hello everybody. I'm about to goddamn I saw a fucking Digibro video that I felt like I wanted to comment on. And before I begin, I'm gonna make sure I tweet out the damn stream. Copy link location. Yes.
Oh, I see what's happening. That's weird.
What is?
Oh, something that my audio output device is doing something weird, but it doesn't really matter right now. Does not matter at all.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and bunk. Alright, so I'm going to I guess I will freaking audio share. Or, yeah, no one needs to hear. No one needs to look at him in the call. So, okay, this is the very beginning. And go.
Alright, we're getting lost in the weeds here. I just made a video about how there is no critical authority, and people are saying that I am misinterpreting the use of the word authority as people mean it. As that people are saying that, like, you know, me being an accepted voice of criticism is the same thing as being an authority. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is not that I am not an authority, it's that I should not be an authority.
So, I want to make a point here for everyone who follows me, for anyone who's a friend, and feel free to argue with me, as I have many different opinions in the call. When someone ever makes the argument at the very beginning, should is a terrible argument to make. It's lazy. And yeah, no, I shouldn't be. We don't live in should land.
And also, like, your audience decides whether you're the authority, not you.
Well,
like, if you were putting your content
yeah.
out there and then de facto became that thing, that's no longer in your hands.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, and here's the whole thing. I would say, based on his size and influence, and you know the number of things, to say that he's an authority in his field, I feel that's. Am I wrong to say that
people agree with him?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be an authority. Yeah.
Well, no, but he is though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is. But
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now he comes out agreeing with what some people think when they look at his content. Sure, but that doesn't change anything.
Yeah. I mean, there are tens.
Like saying it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Wasn't he saying it as if people shouldn't see me as an authority? Like
yeah, that's exactly his point here, but I'm counter-arguing. Whether you want to consider yourself an authority or not, once you hit a certain level, you kinda are. I know... Yeah, I know there's... Yeah, no, I get that too, and I'm gonna get there in a second here, and I'm just, obviously putting in commentary so I don't have too big of a clip and be accused that I'm just sponging or rehosting the video. But yeah, I got in 5 minutes, and I was like, I feel I could make a video, but yeah, let's carry on.
That there should not be a critical authority. That you should be thinking for yourself. You should not be relying on what somebody else is.
Okay, now that's a no shit. But on top of that, in addition to thinking for yourself, I think you're missing the whole idea that you have other people to influence your opinion. You know, you have.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Well,
and plus, there are other people that might be more educated in a certain topic than you.
Yeah. By no means. Yeah. Obviously, I would agree that you shouldn't be a slave to basically even your favorites or whatever the hell. But certainly.
But conceding to people who know more about a thing than you.
Yeah.
Do,
Especially. I understand. And this is if someone feels free to pop at me and saying, it's maybe you don't have enough time. Maybe sometimes you just do defer to someone who's considered an expert in their field, and that does set you up for really bad situations and circumstances. I'm sure I've done that to my fans a couple times. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't see what his point here is. I don't get, obviously, but at the same time, if you don't have other people to defer to in certain circumstances, there's not enough time to be able to research every little thing in your life. And sometimes you do kind of have to go. Now, granted, you can go back and check how credible those people are. Yes, Realm Jumper, what do you want to ask? Oh, I thought you were going question mark. No.
What's going on? You are hitting the gas right now.
Yeah, no.
This is the fastest I have heard you talk in a while.
Yeah, but Yeah, we'll get back to
No,
it.
this got your this got
Yeah.
your gears grinding.
See,
dude.
I have a hunch. I have a hunch about why he's saying this is because if he's an authority of critical thinking, then that means he's gonna have to show an example, and I don't
Well-
think he wants to be in the spotlight.
Okay, hold. Here, let me fire back on that one. If you're saying that based off of what though? Because I hate to hit you back. What example do you have for that?
It's just kind of like I have a feeling like why would someone all of a sudden be like, don't look at me as a critical authority?
I think no. If I had to take a guess, again, since I'm not Digibro and I'm just completely fucking freestyling off my ass, I think Digibro's probably saying that because I guess he's trying to challenge his audience to say, hey, don't take people as authorities. Now, obviously, yeah, you don't just take people's word for it, but at the same time, having an authority there is like having a reference, a starting point, something to kind of look
I
at.
really gotta wonder what having an audience is about if you're not trying to make your voice mean something.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I
it's-
was thinking,
It's like
like,
contradictive to all the
why-
efforts you put into anything.
Yeah.
So, like,
Not everybody talk at once.
naturally question that.
Yeah.
Why would you have a YouTube channel if you don't want to have some sense of
Why do you have an
authority?
audience? What do you want an audience for if you're not trying to get your ideas to influence or at least get people at the very least to listen to you for
Yeah.
a minute?
Hold. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So my.
Hit the gas. Get the corner, dude.
Okay. Yeah. My.
You've been hot right now.
Yeah, no, my whole thought is obviously let's look at some of the bigger people, for example, like what's that? I don't want to say nonce because I'll get in trouble. Let's yeah, I know I certainly don't want to call. Yeah,
Did it.
yeah,
Too
no,
late.
Just
no,
Destiny?
yeah, Just Destiny, for example. He's a really big channel or something like that. I guess you'd call him an authority on what the fuck does he do? Make fun of people? I guess that's a really bad example because he doesn't really.
Yeah, he pretty much makes fun of.
Yeah.
One of people
Keemstar.
been poorly
Okay, yeah,
talented.
okay, there we go. No, hold on. He had a whole point there. For Keemstar, for example, you can use him as a reference point, absolutely, but, considering his track record, grain of salt here and there. Go do your own fact checks and stuff like that. Obviously, yeah, if Digibro would have said, don't make a god out of me, yeah, that would have been way better, but an authority's fine. People who are authorities, make mistakes all the damn time. It's just like I said, it's a base, and if you don't have a base to start from, some people never get going.
Yeah, exactly.
Did
Like,
He
you,
just some
bro?
dude who
I-
talks about anime and lollies.
Yeah, for
Hold on there, hold on there. They're like, no. I'm not gonna lose this. Here's my whole thought about that. That'd be like if he looked back and said, "Isn't that guy who does the Gretzico and does like creepy pastas? Come on, you gotta do more than that."
Well, hold on, real quick. No, if I were to say like, I want to get into anime, but I want to know somewhere to base my tastes around. Who should I look into? Someone might go, well, Digibro talks about anime a lot. So exactly. Like even if you weren't part of that audience already, you might wind up getting influenced by this guy's opinion just as a layman. So I once again going back to I question his whole like, well, I'm not the authority, even though if you were to, wonder who, like, really, I would stop talking about the thing you make yourself an authority figure on if you didn't want to be.
Oh, go ahead, take it away,
and
Buttons.
Not even that, but like there are tons of YouTube channels out there that do that. Like there's channels that put a lot of research. Like That Creepy Reading is is a person who does creepypastas and creepy things and scary movies that you probably wouldn't have heard of. Therefore, he's somewhat a authority in that culture and that subject because he does the research, which helps you gain knowledge and variety and such. And that's basically what his channel is. So basically, what he's trying to tell you is, oh, this is definitely my channel.
Okay.
Don't see
Right,
it
so
as
this guy was like, look, I did all the legwork on anime and I'm willing to put that out for you. Like that person is trying to now say he's not an authority. That's BS.
Yeah, okay, well let's continue on since we're only 40 seconds in, and I don't want to turn this into a 3 hour stream
on
based
the
off.
first 10
Yeah.
seconds, yeah.
Sorry.
Like, I'm not, like, when I say that there is none, it's not because I'm saying that the world operates under that logic. I'm saying that the world should operate under that logic
Okay, wait, I should let him finish. I was about to jump in there. Hold it.
because there is no objective standard.
What?
Is he drunk?
Oh, wait a minute, I
There
just
is
got...
no
yeah.
objective standard, and when your house
Oh,
is as messy as mine, I can prove that point.
all right, wait, or one, why... Okay, first things first, Chicano Brony just threw me $10, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
thank you.
and on top of that, Brony Inspector, why is he sounding like Donald Trump suddenly? You know what, we'll stick with that from now on.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
it's
of
just
all,
I've only listened to
is-
this guy for
Yes,
like
just
a
for everyone
minute,
knows,
and-
nacho anime reviewer from now on. Anyways,
Hashtag DG Trump.
yeah. Anyways, but
This guy
Jeez,
makes me feel.
I
disgustingly
completely
weird
lost
right now.
everything
Dude.
he said there because you guys kept going.
Seiji is the master of what?
Yeah, I like.
If I may,
Well, no. I need to. I'm gonna completely lose my whole thought here because he says because there is no objective standard.
There's no objective standard.
No, it's
for
yeah.
things that
yeah.
people use as criticisms against me.
Okay, yeah, man. Here's my whole question about that I don't get, and you guys, I'm waiting for you to cut in and fucking completely wreck my shit here. But no one's saying that being an authority is like kryptonite to criticism. Like I don't.
no, not
Yeah,
at
is
all.
that his concern?
It isn't. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But there are White Knight fans.
Yeah, if he's suggesting that being an authority, if that was how he
What?
worded it, if he said being an authority shouldn't put you beyond reproach, I mean, no shit, obviously.
Yeah, we're all saying that.
Yes, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't think of anyone. Do I even have to give counter
See,
examples?
that's the thing. That would be stepping back his whole persona that he is that like he like wow, you've certainly presented yourself as an authority up until now. That's weird.
All right,
Now that it's coming back.
all right. Let's continue.
There is no
Yeah.
actual authority, so to ascribe authority to something is you making a mistake.
To you, no, not to something.
No. Yeah, why? But why is it a mistake? Because it's not objective. Yeah. Look, there's all kinds of different perceptions and ways to go through life. You know,
Okay,
political,
besides
religious,
that,
so forth and so on.
dude,
No,
yeah.
none of them are an objective truth. But to say that because there's no objectivity or there's no complete and absolute answer, you shouldn't do
let
any
me-
of them.
let me
What
put
the
some
fuck are you
objectivity
on?
to that.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
If I met some random dude in a chat room who told me about an anime he liked once, and then I went, oh, he's the authority around here on anime, when even though he had never watched another one,
Okay.
like, that would be a mistake on my part. Now, putting my faith in someone who made videos about this thing, how is that a mistake on my part? You were presenting yourself in
Yeah.
that way.
And here's the
Yeah.
whole thing. Let's maybe
Still invested in the research.
yeah, maybe faith would be a kind of a little strong term here, but generally speaking, you can always go back and double check. But yeah, good start point. Like here, let's say what was his name? Roger Ebert, right? That had been the Roger Ebert was a fairly good authority, or at least he was perceived as such. I would never have just taken his word completely at any time.
And you know what? I have read the Complete Guide to Movies, and I think that's an extremely good example.
Here, I got a
right
better
now.
one. I got a
Yeah.
point here on time. I literally just got done watching. Who here in everyone who's ever seen Extra Credit, type 1 in the chat. Extra Credit just did a video on Resident Evil 2, and he's like, well, it's okay. And generally, he's like, oh, I can already hear the people right now, because a well okay from Ben Yahtzee might as well be fuck fantastic. Yeah, people know. You should be able to read off of those authorities and adjust your opinion accordingly based off how they're acted. It's like getting that big bag of chips from fucking your preferred grocery store and knowing
it's
half
chips, give me a
half of
chip.
this is full
Yeah.
of air, and you have to adjust how much of this preferred analyst, reviewer, critic's fucking thoughts are. There's always going to be some air in there, right?
Butts is
And not to
gonna be
mention,
on us for this.
Yeah, go ahead, Buns.
And like basically the point of these YouTube channels is to do the research do research and put information out there of a certain topic, and then you can go back and do your own research to confirm it, and then if not, you could let them know, hey, I think you got this wrong. They may not listen, but that's that.
Yeah, and I'd like to state for the record, I'm not calling Digibro completely incapable of having a rational thought. It's why I'm still I watch freaking Digi After Dark, because it's more him just freestyling on stuff, and there's a lot of good videos that I like, pick up little nicks and knacks and stuff. There's a video he does that get really good at failing really fast. Recommend that to anybody,
Hold on,
whoever.
Anthony, we hang out. We hang out a fair bit.
Yeah.
In chat.
Yes.
People with irrational thoughts. And me being that person. that doesn't seem to bother you too much.
Well,
If nothing
no.
else, I think you get a good amount of entertainment out of it.
Yeah, I do. Well, okay, here, but
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say, like, my point here to the audience is that I'm not trying to just, because I am busting Digi's balls now. Yeah, I have my huge, massive hang-ups on it, but I'm not saying he's a complete 100% walking moron. Just want to get that along. Let's continue.
It's you doing something faulty, in my view. Like, when I watch other critics and
So,
they
you know
say
what's weird? Can I hold on real
Yeah,
quick?
okay.
He just said, now in my view. Now
Yes.
he just went back to presenting himself as an authority. Now his view on something is supposed to matter.
Basically,
So you're saying are you saying his
basically contradiction and double
yeah,
standard.
no, I think you're saying his are you saying his thesis statement is self-defeating?
Okay.
He just walked right into that pile of shit.
Go-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
go ahead, Creepy.
Now that I've finished recording something,
Yes.
I can actually think for 2 seconds. So the thesis statement here is that because authorities on any given topic shouldn't exist, that it's really the audience's fault for, like, ascribing that to them.
Is it? Wait. Is the no? Hold it. But before Brony Inspector gets to his shtick here, I'm
not gonna do the bit.
yeah, I'm so basically he's suggesting because there is no objectivity that the audience is always wrong. Is that what you said, Creepy?
Is that the premise of the argument that's being made?
I think here let's let it go a little bit, see if we can get this.
Thing I disagree with. There might be some level of emotional response initially to just like a knee-jerk to hearing someone say something that I don't agree with, but then all I have to do is remind myself that I am not the same person as them, and that goes away.
What?
I think okay, so basically what he's saying is that he got big bad boy backlash, right? And when you're a YouTuber, especially when you're big,
Okay.
like, you say the wrong fucking thing one time,
Yeah.
you're screwed.
Oh no,
You know, like,
okay.
people are gonna remember that. They're gonna meme on you. You're gonna get dunked on.
Who is
People
this?
are
All right,
This
hold-
John
gonna bully
never
you.
forgets,
I-
John never
Hold
forgets.
it. Let me tag in here. I'm taking a guess. Shit, I lost it. That's why I'm tired and I'm butting in. Yeah, I know. I think he's trying.
I'm gonna count to 60, Anthony.
What did he
You're
just
not
say?
saying-
So I don't have to record back. No. Brony Inspector, what did you just say?
He was
Yeah,
saying-
ask Creepy. Creepy.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna replay a little clip here just so I can get my.
Sorry.
He just all he said was that he can remind all he has to do to like make the mean boy comments go away is
All right,
remind
so I got
himself
it.
that
So you're
they
not gonna
aren't
give me.
him,
All right, so
and-
I'm gonna replay it. So you're not gonna tell me. Got it.
All I have to do is remind myself that I am not the same.
Okay, I got it. All right. So basically, his whole point here that he's trying to say, I need to remind myself that the reason why this person is angering me is because we're different people.
Yeah.
it's just kind of
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's
How
like
so you're making what $4,000 a month by saying different opinions? Was that your big takeaway here for this rant? What is that it? I mean no,
stressed
that's
out.
kind of a no shit.
We're just different kinds of people.
You know what?
Yeah,
It would have
oh,
been.
wow.
Look, here's the whole thing. If you wanted to make that a punctuation point at the end of a big video, where you basically sat there and gave an example about someone who really angered the god of love and hell out of you, and just said, "I didn't take into account how he got to that opinion," you'd have had something there. But he just whipped that out there and just boom. Okay, that's my mic drop.
Anthony, someone in the chat just said, "Okay, you guys are missing the point."
Okay, hoopst. Okay.
Draw painter with a Z.
You're missing
like,
the point.
way
No,
missing.
I'm trying to get it. So hit me with a draw painter, Dawn painter. There we go, Dawn painters. Go ahead. I'd like to hear this.
Yeah.
Open
maybe-
discussion. No, hold it. I'm giving Dawn painter a chance here, for missing the point. Again, no, I'm open to listen.
All right.
Yeah. By the way, yeah.
are you getting a Guadalupe hand grenade?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Like a San Diego hello. What is that?
Is that like a dirty Sanchez? Anyways.
It's a made up. It's like a burrito.
Okay. Yeah. My
made up.
my whole point here. Okay.
San Diego sunroof.
Oh yeah, but I don't feel I am missing the point here. He's trying to. He's trying to sound prolific without saying anything at all. He's being a politician,
Yeah,
and he
I'm
sucks
afraid
at
he
it.
hasn't- Yeah, I'm afraid he's not offered anything substantive so far.
Oh yeah, no. What's that? Oh, hold it. What's that line from Billy Madison about the "you get no points at all"? You God have mercy on your soul.
So far, what he said, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
is that people made him an authority
Uh-huh.
on a given subject.
And they shouldn't have, is what
And-
he's saying. Yes.
And that he shouldn't have,
Uh-huh.
and people are angry with him, and all he has to do to not get angry at those people who are angry with him, or not get upset or annoyed, is by reminding himself that they're different people.
What
Which
Digi
is like-
what Digi used to do, at least in maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Digi used to try and explain these are how I came to my perceptions, and he would open up about his life, and I'd be like, oh, I see how you got to that point. I wouldn't say because I knew that I suddenly gained his tastes. I didn't suddenly learn to like, what's that really obnoxious, bland, milquetoast freaking anime he absolutely adores up and down. Where there's like a bunch of girls in the school and they're part of a band. I'm trying to think of the damn name of
Oh
it.
my god.
K-On?
It's probably K-On.
Yeah, K-On. And I'm like, look, I used to sit there and try, and when he'd talk about it in his videos, I'd even listen to Pub Crawl, God help me. I'd even got on Pub Crawl, God help me. And as much as I've tried and figured this man out, it never made me appreciate the things he did. It helped me understanding, and understanding doesn't necessarily equate the same tastes.
So maybe he's not an authority. He didn't sway Anthony Aguilar, so maybe he's not an
And for the record, for everyone listening, I'm not just trying to meme on Digi and going, you like LOL. I'm not that anime. I'm
like
not
this
that anime
because it
snob.
does-
Yeah.
Well, I like this point because it really does bring to the point where, like, yeah, the audience can think for themselves. They don't have to like the things you like. But that doesn't mean they didn't come to you. That doesn't mean that the thing that you said didn't cause someone to try something that they were otherwise uninterested in and never failed to like the way you like.
Here's the whole and you know what, if he would have made a couple of videos where he would have started to have a point on these sort of things, like these kind of critical thinking videos about, like, I guess like internal thinking or whatever the hell you want to call this. I don't know. Flying, not script, just kind of winging it.
What's this video made in response to?
He did an original video where he said there is no such thing as critical authority. And then someone's like, no. And then people start giving him examples that there are critical authorities. So then he made a video. He's like, there shouldn't be. And I'm like, shouldn't isn't an argument. It's lazy.
Okay.
Yeah, Digi used to always sit there and say, when people talk about the laziest thing you could do for critique is to say the pacing is bad. Well, you know what, Digi, in this kind of argument, to say shouldn't is lazy. That's my equivalent. Go ahead.
I don't even think he's making an argument. I think he's literally just spouting off the first thing that comes to his head. Like, it's making.
Well,
no
it
sense.
is. It is. I
contradicts a lot of
understand. Yeah,
points.
I understand it is a rant, but I don't feel that there's anything to it. I would have liked to have.
It sounds like to me he got backlash. Like just this is just me looking through YouTuber bullshit. It
Okay.
sounds like he got backlash.
Well, hold it.
And he's trying his best to win people over to
That
his
might
side.
be the best
Hold-
perspective we can get on this.
No. You know I'm not going to go with
I
that.
think I
No,
said that
hold it.
earlier.
Here's the reason why I write that off. On Digi After Dark, sometimes he does as much as fucking 50 videos. So the odds are he probably didn't think that something with such a milquetoast fucking response here is really going to, reach that many people. This is going to.
Sounds like a rant with nothing to it. Like it's meat. It has no meat
Like
to it.
it sounds like to me that the dude's just frustrated.
I get
annoyed,
that too, but
getting
for
backlash in
I get
some
that
respect.
I get that too, but my counter argument to this is I think you're missing this. You're making it sound like he put this on his main channel with 300,000 subs and going, this is my definitive stamp. He put it on his throwaway channel where he uploads as far as sometimes 50 videos a day. So if that was really his goal, I don't see what he was going to gain from it. Again, this has like 1,000 views. It'll probably cap out about 5,000 for a channel that reaches 400,000 people. I don't think this was supposed to be that answer that you're trying to build it up to be. In my misunderstanding that you're saying.
No, I don't. You're misunderstanding my point.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a defense against something. The guy is quite
What's the likelihood that
literally.
he's high right now?
He's. I think the dude's frustrated and literally just using the video to vent that frustration out while also trying to figure out a way to justify backlash and hate he's gotten.
Okay.
It's not necessarily for other people. It's for him. It's his way of saying, your fucking opinions don't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing you say matters to me because you're different people, and that's why, and you shouldn't care about what I have to say.
Right,
and that's why all your opinions are invalid.
Okay, congratulations.
Like
yeah.
Yeah, but that sounds like something you talk to some people and some friends about, not something you make a video about.
Okay.
Yeah,
this
but
seems
he's
like
a
a really,
YouTuber who uploads 50 videos
misguided
a day.
approach to making a video right now.
He's a YouTuber. It's what he
yeah,
does.
There's a point here from one of the people in the chat. Realm Jumper asks, what would you say is the definition of a critical authority? I would imagine someone who's been able to display some thoughts that, you know, were universally, or not universally, what am I thinking of? What's a majority word? Another word for majority? That were that had some kind of popular reception that considered to be influential. Yes! Yeah. Yes, here's an idea. Instead of if we would have called him critically influential, or just influential, if his response is, maybe you shouldn't be influential. What?
Yeah.
So the phrase authority kind of sucks because people
authority. I told those authority figures what
it feels like
back
it's a
in the
loaded
day.
word.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I wouldn't consider anyone really to be an authority.
Because YouTubers are supposed to rebel against authority.
It's more like
alternative media.
I much prefer the term that companies give us, influencers.
All right, here's the whole idea. If I got a response to that. What's that guy? Not Tech Tips. Louis Rossmann.
Yeah.
I would consider him an authority on Apple computers. Absolutely.
Well, he's also an expert, and you don't have to have an opinion on that. He can factually show you how a Apple computer functions.
Well, Apple people will argue with you on that one.
No. Apple people don't care because Apple people aren't an authority on Apple computers. That's the problem.
Okay.
Now we've unloaded a whole thing here.
All Apple people head on over to YouTube creepy reading
stuff.
stuff.
About using a parenthetical example like Apple, it will always start an argument with someone.
Well, we don't have
Apple is a fucking parenthetical example right now. Let's not focus on.
Okay, fine. Let's continue on then.
I have an idea.
Okay,
Police aren't the FBI.
What?
The police aren't the FBI.
I don't know where you're.
This entire organization, though, your local police station isn't going to do the level of investigation FBI does. Therefore, they're not the same authority.
Okay. I get what you meant there, but you didn't set it up. If you would have said, "What's a critical?"
Sorry.
No. I see what you're saying is. So you're saying that the FBI would count as a critical authority.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I would just call them a straight up authority. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Isn't that, I'm sorry,
I think when they're talking about a critical critique, I think that's what they mean. Buttons. Yeah. Besides, besides Louis Rossmann, which I would consider.
I present myself as an authority figure. I'm doing security right now.
Okay. Let's.
Digibro on his main channel has 377,000 subscribers.
Yes.
And on top of that, he makes videos on anime.
Yes.
That's what he does.
Well, on his main channel. Yes.
He's influential in the anime community, and he's one of the bigger voices in.
Well, here, let me go with one. What's that gentleman who passed away? Who used to cover gaming. The cynical. Yeah. Total Biscuit. No one cares about the Mario guy. Yeah, I said it. I'm not taking it.
About you, Wario.
Yeah, indeed.
That was the first one that came to
mind. But
my
my whole point here about Total Biscuit is, I would say that he was an authority on gaming, not an absolute one. Obviously, he came from a very graphics-intensive kind of thing where he weighed things based off of that. So yeah,
well, I mean, if things were running on his machine, then there's something fucking wrong.
You mean? If they weren't running on his machine, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if they weren't running right on his $2,000 to $4,000 machine, there was something wrong with the software.
Yeah, I'm not saying, like, obviously there's not a reviewer, critique, or analyst. They're all going to have their own slights. They're all going to have their own interests, and you have to know. It's like going to a different restaurant. This is what this place here is going to offer. And you're going to know right off the bat that there's some critics who are immediately going to hate the things that you do based off of that genre. Like, some game reviewers, just like Ben Yahtzee, skip right over fighting games. So inherently you're going to know, okay, it's a fighting game, he's going to slap an F on this. Doesn't care. Doesn't want to hear that.
I think the best way to give you an analogy would be like comparing Bill Maher to Bill O'Reilly. I know the bills, but still, like, if you compare the two, it's like in what they talk about, that being politics, they're both a authority in their respective fields. However,
or perhaps thinking Motor Week isn't going to lampshade a bad review of a General Motors product.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that when you compare the two, they both talk about politics and have widely differing reviews, but both would be considered an authority on the topic.
Right.
Now, should you make up your own opinion about politics?
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like,
But you
we would look
can.
at Motor Week magazine.
No, hold it. You're. Yeah, but again,
If they lampshade their review enough, then we know not to buy one. But they didn't actually say anything that bad.
Okay, so, but I think his point here is why you should make up your own opinion. You could use these other sources to help make that opinion. Obviously,
He's
yeah.
a disseminator of information.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
He is a source, and
It's
even if
like,
all you're doing is, what the fuck did you upload? Sorry, I just went on a channel and I got fucking what looks like to be like 12-year-old titty.
Well, I'm not going to click over there because I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Bad
I
chocobo
do
girl.
not know what you're talking about right
All right. So.
Anyways, I think what the point was being said is that while people can form their own opinions, there are people that help influence those opinions and give some
Okay, so
some knowledge as to help weigh the decision.
since I have two computers open, I'm going to fucking goddamn pop over to DigiBro's channel so I can get a reference completely off topic here to the alleged.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to do that. I just went on his channel for reference. And
Okay.
now.
hit me in the face.
I was thinking we'd roll the clip here. to
No.
keep this,
Hold it. I'm gonna roll over there and I'm gonna paused. Okay, let's look over there. 12-year-old. Is it the most recent one? Well, that is creepy. I stand complete. You win. The fat chocobo girl that is currently released from 5 days ago with 32,000 videos. Yeah, that couldn't have been more creepy for a thumbnail.
Wow,
I
okay.
don't understand.
Attention, Lieutenant Cobra. We have a new topic for you. Anyways, I'm not saying.
I'm not
have-
gonna lie, dude.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I can't fucking talk about like shitty Nazi games and condemn like Nazism and all that stuff without YouTube manually taking away my monetization for that video. But fucking DigiBro, man, he's comfortable uploading 12-year-old anime titty.
Well, okay.
Like,
There's here. This is gonna probably bother you, Bernie, or not Bernie Inspector. That creepy reading.
No.
He told me when we talked, either it was 2, 3, 4 years ago. He said, I don't really even worry about collecting my Google AdSense. Every couple of months I get it, and there'll be a couple $1,000s there. He's mostly primarily concerned with Patreon. So he doesn't.
All I know is that for his relative channel size, his view count isn't what I was.
Okay, there's
Why?
another.
Because
There's
of the
hold it.
lolicon thing.
No, there's. Thank you for just butting in. Okay, so there's a reason for that. For about a month. Yeah, thank you. Who is that? And Fabula?
Fabula.
Okay, Fabula. You're starting to remind me of Kayla there. My whole point, DigiBro had his channel locked for about a month. He thought he was going to lose it. He winded up winning that. That's why, if the views are down recently, that's partially it.
Probably why.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, it's been like this. He hasn't he's barely able to get videos like over a couple 100,000. It's just
Well, the last time he hit 1 million was the video where
6 months ago.
Yeah, it was that whole argument about that whole Tumblr the Tumblr anime that. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Hi, Spice.
It's not like,
the
I'm not even
witch
against
one?
that anime
The
too.
witch
It's just
one
I wish.
Yeah, we.
No,
It's the
that's,
one on
no,
Crunchyroll.
I don't think. Is it?
I don't
just
know
wish
the
I knew
one.
more about it. Like
It's the Crunchyroll witch anime that the feminists, right? The
Hi-
one
hi,
the
s-
feminists made.
they promoted the fact that women worked on it more than they promoted the fact that.
Oh yeah,
like,
the one with the obvious self-insert. Okay, I know the name.
Yes.
I can't think of the name, but I know what you're talking.
I don't
about.
know why people are butting in if they don't know the name. It's called High Spice something or other, isn't it?
I know how
Yeah,
to-
High Spice.
Okay,
No, it's
nonetheless.
Yeah, no, everybody talk over anybody. Anybody who says the fucking name talk, everyone else shut the fuck up.
High Guardian Spice.
Thank you! Holy shit. Buttons, you win. No, you got it right.
My
There's the...
apologies.
Alright,
Wait,
let's...
do the people who shut up win anything?
Alright, we're going back to the video.
Person is
Because
dead,
I did that.
Thank you,
and
Brent.
then goes away. And I can be mad at certain people if I feel that they are perpetuating an opinion that I disagree with and doing it badly. If
Do you have a Prius, Digi? I'm just...
Do you have a script, buddy? Like, do you need help?
I can be mad at them if
Hybrid cars
no
are good.
I want to go
because
back
they
to that.
get
My brain
good
literally
gas
shut down in
mileage.
defense. I want to get back to that. Here, 1 second.
I can be mad at certain people if I feel that they are perpetuating an opinion that I disagree with and doing it badly. If
Oh, I gotta keep
somebody
going.
is
No, hold it.
making a bad argument for something, then I can go out there and try to be an opposite voice. But I'm not upset.
But he didn't give it. You can't just throw
He
that
didn't
out there.
give an
You have to.
example.
Yeah, no, he didn't fully explain it. What were you gonna say,
No,
Buttons?
and my answer to that would be,
Brony
your
Inspector.
response to this is people who did that to you. That's the only reason you're saying this is because people were like, I don't like him saying these things that he's saying. I'm gonna say something about it, and then this is ridiculous.
What were you gonna say, Buttons?
This is like insane. All right.
Yeah,
roll
Brony
the
Inspector.
clip.
Surrender the
I'm just
fucking
like,
mic.
Yeah, roll the clip.
No,
Get
fucking
this guy.
hold you. N-word.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, Buttons. What were you trying to say?
I was trying to say he didn't even provide an example.
Yeah, no,
He
I tried
to-
getting that point across. Yeah, I absolutely got.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
look.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
here's-
I
yeah.
clicked on that fat chocobo girl video, and the entire video is literally just that screenshot. You have to watch that picture for 30 minutes if you want to watch it. It's a
Well,
podcast.
maybe okay.
Well,
Look.
no wonder I got 32.
Oh, all right. You know what? I'm not suggesting that's what helped get Digi through the editing process because the editor is for Digi is the Devu. So maybe that means something about the Devu. I don't know.
I'm just saying, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, come on, man.
Well, how many views? How many views did that shit have?
32,000.
32,000. Well, so that's
Which is
one
kind-
tenth.
It's kind of
Yeah,
That's kind of shit.
Well, 1/10. Well, here again, maybe he rushed to get some stuff out because he finally got his channel back and.
Yeah, so throw some borderline fucking naked children on there.
Okay.
Like
What?
you need-
Okay.
you need-
All right. Again, here's the thing. He has still 2 strikes on his channel. Maybe this was his idea of playing it super safe. Not agreeing with it. Not agreeing that Digibro thought that putting.
How is that safe?
Because it's just one image and it's not likely to get copyright struck, I guess. Maybe he was thinking copyright instead of community guidelines.
YouTube should be looking at this and be like, oh man, let's just hit that. Let's just demonetize this whole fucking thing.
What?
Yeah,
Buttons?
unfortunately, YouTube doesn't pay very close attention to stuff like this.
Okay, well, one, I'm not calling for anyone to flag any goddamn thing. I don't know what Creepy Reading's doing.
I'm not trying to suggest you should flag it, but this is why the fucking adpocalypse happened. That's for fucking sure.
I'm pretty. What was that about? I forget.
It was content like this.
No, it wasn't it. Yeah, wasn't
If
it? Wasn't.
I remember right,
Back in a
it was a
second.
joke that Pewdie made.
Okay, I heard that, and I also heard that basically there were videos about like neo-Nazis that had ads on them, and the mainstream media got that and said, oh, that YouTube, you
Yeah,
sponsors.
and like now, I mean, if I talk too harshly about any sort of subject, I could run the risk of getting my video demonetized.
Oh, all right, without.
It's because of shit like this. Like, if Coke looks at this,
All right, no, hold up there,
do you
Creepy.
think they're gonna want to give YouTube money to put ads on that?
Brain Inspector, you better not
I mean,
fucking
maybe
jump
to
in.
cover up a little bit, but like,
But you were complaining about a certain batch of people there and certain topics, and yet those certain topics helped boost you to the forefront recently. So just finger wagging about that.
well, I don't know what topics you're talking about.
Oh well, you said that you managed to
Hey,
anger.
Don,
Yes.
No, I'll gladly piss off anti-vaxxers and all that stuff. I'll take the demonetization.
Oh, well,
to do
yeah.
that, too.
I remember now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Okay, so here we'll.
But they deserve to be.
I'll bleach my ass.
All right, hold on here. We'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, was this? Oh shit, I got called on. Sorry, I had to take a call from a client. Well, you got a Skype you want to send to me? We could put you in here, Dawn. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, as for Creepy, I thought that video got cleared.
No. My newest video got cleared. The cartoons that got way too real, that got cleared a week after.
The one about your anti-vaxxer video. Did that?
Oh no. YouTube wasn't gonna have any of that shit.
Okay. Okay. Apparently,
YouTube was not interested.
apparently,
Anti-truth.
apparently, Susan Wachowski doesn't care enough about keeping people safe. Just saying.
All Susan knows is that when kids turn 3, especially if they're born to an anti-vaxxer, they're going ghost.
Okay, wow. All right, so let's continue on here.
Because that person has some kind of authority, I am just trying to make sure that the opposite voice is heard. Like, that's why I said in my video that, like, I consider myself to be somebody who's usually representing an alternative take, because when I see, like, a critical consensus that is not the one not the one that I feel, I'm like, okay, well, let me put out that other voice.
I really, really need an example here of, like, literally anything.
I am a contrarian. It's as simple as that.
No, and look here. I like people when they kind of take the contrary voice. I'm losing an example of someone who usually does that in the chat.
It's a simple concept that he's presenting in a lot of words that he's not giving any examples to.
Yeah, I mean, here's the whole thing. Even Cthorax, the big gay blue dragon.
Who the fuck's giving this guy money?
People who like lollies, I guess.
I know Voldemort gave him $1 a while back, but anyways, moving along.
Didn't he also fuck his chair?
Completely off topic here. Buttons, thank you for your brony inspector impersonation there for going way off the reservation. Anyways.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm trying to understand this guy's, like, attempt at human language, and it's just it's like a code you need to decipher. Like, couldn't like if he had something to say, like something he honestly wanted to say, and like actually had a point he wanted to get across, you'd think that he would write like something down so that it sounds like he's actually making a point. Like what we're doing right now is so just counterproductive.
All right, here No, hold it here. Dawn Painter is actually responsive. Basically, Digi's point with both videos is that if you, the viewer, take events to the viewpoint of a reviewer, it is not the reviewer's fault, nor is it your fault. So basically, when Movie Bob goes, yeah, so basically he says nothing. Got it.
Simply that you view the said thing.
Yeah, let Brony inspector go.
KH3 is different in that the people who really pop off in his point of view.
Go ahead. No, keep going. There's two more. No.
Invalidating their own point of view because they ascribe too much authority to the reviewer and thus make excuses for why they are right and the reviewer is wrong. He's just saying that his usual esoteric babbling BS way in which he makes it hard for 99% of the people to understand, you see.
That was pretty good. The problem with that being is, even if Digi had 100 subs, if I've seen smaller channels, if I see bullshit, if he was an authority and he says something dumb, it'd still piss me off. I usually don't look at his videos and go, oh, I can't believe you're making all that money, because I remember the good videos. I know I'm the only one in the goddamn call that thinks that. Buttons, you've been waiting.
You mean the ones that had a script?
Yeah.
No, actually, back I was in high school, DigiBro was named DigiBrony, and he was one of the first My Little Pony reviewers, and he used to make very, very, from what I saw as a child, well-made
all right. Let me
analysis of
Buttons. We're on a Brony channel.
Yeah.
They know who goddamn Brony is. Oh wait, $10. Farrell.
I guarantee you, all 53 people watching now know how he started and why we're here right
So
now.
Farrell says, I didn't know Digibro was a Wagnerian. What's that?
Wagnerian.
Wagnerian.
A
I have no
Wagnerian.
clue.
Yeah.
Wagnerian.
Okay, but
So what I'm trying,
Carl,
I
that
wanted
is
to say
$10.
before-
Explain what you mean. That's
yeah,
that's big. That's big. I'd love to answer that.
Wagnerian.
The point I was trying to make before, though, was that this video is so poorly worded and just kind of shitty in general that it's really hard to extrapolate any actual real meaning from anything he's saying, because like every other word he's contradicting himself or just not making that much sense. Like we could pretend that he's talking about something, but in reality there's just nothing being said.
Oh,
here.
Wagner, the
Nothing of
musician.
actual
I get it.
substance to even comment on.
Yeah, okay. I get that. Let's try again then.
In as much as I am an authority, anyone is. every single person has the opportunity.
Good, I'll take your
to,
sub count.
you know,
I called it.
Okay, no, that's not entirely true, Digi. If you can absolutely lose yourself being an authority on something when you contradict yourself too much. I know that you don't want to hear that.
No, and if anyone can be an authority, that's also just like, wait, but
yeah.
I
There's a
have
reason.
No audience.
Yeah,
How
there's
could I be an
there's a reason why, and I'm not comparing Digi to this. I'm sure there'll be some people in chat. There's reasons why people like Steve Shives or Chris Chan or what's that one dumb DSP Gaming. There's certain people who are like an anti-authority when people hear what they're saying. Like, I should probably go in the opposite direction. If he said,
if you're going in the opposite direction of DSP, just be happy because at least you're not jerking off on camera.
hey,
Oh.
it's good for the meme.
It's true.
Yeah. Now I've caught like the facial shot. You know what the funny thing is? The first brony who told me about that was Keyframe, and I didn't even know who DSP was at the time. He's like, "Oh yeah, there's this."
Don Painter.
Yeah. Yes, I've watched
Don
him
Painter's
back when he was a
right.
brony, but I agree with you guys. The way he's saying it is weird, and it's hard for me to understand it too. Yeah, I would be glad to debate this with Digi and lose. I would be glad to actually hear a better, well thought out discussion than what was in this video. Because I know he's capable of it.
Yeah, he would get points just for putting it together at that point. Like, at least he rethought whatever it is he's saying right now. Like, fine, yeah. Yeah, fine.
Right.
Lose, why not?
Yeah.
Take whatever they feel
Shit.
and represent that out in the court of opinion.
That is the ugliest drape ever. Moving on.
And, you know, there was some talk of like what it means to be a public figure in the comments of the previous video. I consider everybody to be a public figure. By being
Okay,
alive.
shut the fuck up.
Okay, no, go ahead. Go take it away, Creepy.
Yeah,
Okay, one, when you do stuff like in terms of entertainment or online or politically motivated, you tend to make yourself a public figure and that's all proportional to the audience you gain. If everyone's a public figure, at least from a legal standpoint, that means that like, oh god, that's all like. For example, I can't if let's say my neighbor was being shitty to me, right? And I can't go onto my YouTube channel and call my neighbor, mentioning him by first and last name, a piece of shit, because he's not a public figure. All right.
Right.
I think he meant
find
it.
the nearest person to you and ask them, "Hey, are you a public figure?" And they'll go, "No, I don't think so."
I think he meant it.
May I ask?
Yeah, let me get this quick because I'm going to try and see.
No, the language.
Okay.
I think
the
he.
Actual definitions. Is public figure.
Do you?
Public
Is it
figures
possible?
Everybody, because not everybody wants to be a public figure and go out of their way not to.
I understand
I'm sorry,
that.
Digibro, you don't have the option to not be a public figure anymore.
No, I get.
Because you put yourself into the public eye.
Okay. Is it possible that he meant it in a colloquial? You know the word I'm looking for here, right?
Colloquial.
Yeah. Like he's like slanging it up. No, because that's stupid and no one uses it like that, and that's stupid. And he should know better as a content creator.
Hey, bro, we're all public figures, man. That's really
anyone could be no. Anyone can have an opinion.
Check out my
He's
DJ
right on
set
that.
down at the fucking DJ club. Yeah, it doesn't.
I was up with him.
Colloquially.
Okay. I was up with him. I was like cool and like listening to him and actually like kind of agreeing with him until he said that last part about everyone being like everyone has the potential to.
Okay.
Are you a public figure?
All right.
I wanted to ask.
Go ahead. Take it.
Are you a public figure?
Probably. Probably. Yeah. You know what? Take it, Buttons. Take it.
Yeah, take it away.
I wanted to ask, how big of a sub count and audience do you think it would take to become a public figure? When do you think you hit that
That
point?
thought crossed my mind, actually.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
It's the heart of the matter on this one, guys.
There's no one sub count doesn't matter, right? Sub count is just the number of people you get to notify every time you upload. If you make a video that has a couple thousand views, you know, you make enough. You make enough of a buzz for people.
You make a notoriety.
If you put yourself out there, right? If you intentionally put yourself out there, you're a public figure. But it's
well, hold on. What about that dude that fucking the news tried to dox? Does he count as a public figure?
How much sub count do you get to get? How much sub count do you need to get the extra beds for free?
No, don't. God damn it, Brony Inspector, don't. Okay.
The okay, that guy isn't a public figure because he tried to remain anonymous, and someone went out of their way to try to threaten him by releasing his personal address and.
Okay.
You know, like that's not being a public figure. That's just extortion.
Okay, but yeah, I think I think it's safe to say that most of us don't agree with Digi's content or concept here on what's a public figure. Hold that thought 1 second.
It is easy to be a public figure, though. Like it's not that hard of a work, but it is something generally people opt into by either committing a crime or committing an opinion.
Or committing to something like a video or like a song or something of notoriety.
Like I said,
that
committing
would connect
opinion.
people.
Why did my screen just crap out?
Yeah, it's black. I'm looking at black here.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. 1 second.
Oh, it's doing it. That's the thing you were describing.
Is it NVIDIA?
Well, no, I see that too, but the thing is that I don't see why. Like, there's my computer screen blanks when it normally does that, but it's not doing it like.
Is it the router? Dude?
You know what?
The stream is still going.
Here,
I'll
stop this. Yeah, holy shut the fuck up! Holy crap!
Said it was off. Oh, it's live again. Wait. No,
yeah, no, I put it back on. There we go.
It's offline. It's live.
Don't let anyone tell you.
Oh, the viewers are leaving.
No, we're back, guys. Chill.
Oh,
Don't let anyone
oh god,
tell
3
you
more just
that
left.
you can't fight the establishment.
Okay, so I think
19, 2 more just left.
Holy shit! Shut the fuck up. Oh jeez.
God.
All right.
Don't let anyone tell you that you have to fight the establishment either.
Okay.
The establishment's there, and if you want to fight them, you can.
Okay.
All right, indeed. So we're back, and we're gonna try and. Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, it's fine. All right, we're gonna get back.
Talking about at this point.
We're watching
Let's
Digi's video.
we should get back.
All right. You know what? Let's continue on.
And you know, there was some talk of like what it means to be a public figure in the comments of the previous video. I consider everybody to be a public figure.
Oh god, this bullshit again.
By being alive, by being on Earth, by having interactions with other people, you are going beyond yourself. You are a figure who has, who has to be interpreted by others. When they hear your voice. So, if you're somebody, say, on Twitter, posting your hot takes about anime, you are as much a public figure as somebody who's doing it in front of 400,000 people instead of 40.
No. Absolutely not.
No, that's the opposite.
No.
You just, like, that. How to disprove your own point in one simple step. Say that sentence that guy just said.
He didn't even.
What I'm going to the legal definition of public figure and read it off and prove him wrong.
Why not?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's
be clear. What does this term we're using even mean according to the language we're using?
Legal definition. All right. A public figure is. Oh, hang on, let me open them before I do that.
Yes.
A public figure is a person of great public interest or fame, such as politician, celebrity, or sports hero. The term usually used in the context of libel and defamation actions, where the standards of proof are higher if the party claiming defamation is a public figure and therefore has to prove disparaging remarks were made with actual malice. A person may also be
all right.
limited purpose.
Yeah.
All right.
So according to the law, almost nobody is a public.
Yeah, my thought here, my thought on this is he's like anyone on Twitter. He didn't even take into account if someone's using an alias. Do those people count as public figures? There was no nuance here. Like if
anyone is on Facebook, you are now a public figure. So if you own an internet connection
with public figures, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, if someone said something like that creepy reading is a lolly lover pedophile boy, and that started to negatively affect my views and sub count to the point where it started causing me damage, financially, and I were to take that person to court, I would have to. Basically, I could claim I'm a public figure and get a bigger payout.
Yeah, no, I got it. I'll read it from Chicano Brony V. Digi is on some hippie nonsense about who is a public figure.
Yeah,
It's everybody, man.
Do you think?
Man,
Well, no, hold it here.
first of all, man, everyone can be a public
No,
figure.
Bernie Inspector, I specifically need you right now.
Yes.
As an authority on drug addicts,
Okay. Yeah.
do you feel that this is a drug-filled rant from Digibro?
That's one of the things I said early on. Is he high right now?
Well, and you're, as an expert.
He's talking like he's fucking high right now. Yeah. That would explain where he's coming from at the very least.
Man.
All right, man. We could all be public figures if you just go on Twitter, man. We can all tweet a public figure. I'm as big as Donald Trump, baby. You're not. Honestly, looking at this guy, listening to the way he talks, does this guy do the weed? Is this knowledge or not?
Generally speaking, the best way to, in my opinion,
this guy does the weed. He is talking high out his ass right now, and that would explain all of this.
The best way to figure out if someone's a public figure is just ask yourself a simple question: if people think badly of him, how badly is that going to affect his income?
I like that.
We were just talking about this earlier, where his funding comes from his Patreon, and we assumed that they were all lolly people too. So yeah,
I just assume they're all high and don't you where their money is going.
Or they're high. Yeah.
Hang on.
No, go take it, Buttons. Take
Anthony,
it.
Yeah, take it away.
Do you remember what his Patreon was at last time you saw it?
It nearly 4,000, if not 4,000.
All right, let me check his Patreon.
Yeah, by all means.
Let me check his Patreon and see if it's gone down. Maybe that's why he's doing this.
No. Again.
So
I think
Don says he talks about doing lots of weed. So that's confirmed. He does the weed. So I'm guessing he's probably high right now.
Yeah. It's just a high rambling rant about authority.
This seems like someone who's just like, I want to simultaneously not be an authority figure, but tell you how I'm high.
So is it, or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So in my professional YouTuber opinion, it's kind of fucking pointless to talk about this.
No, Buttons.
This guy isn't making any point.
Fine, I'll look. Since basically I'm not getting an answer.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. People.
What is it?
What
is it?
I'm looking.
Okay, I'm already there. 4,174. So no, it's not budged. I'd say
$4,000 weed fund.
that's Brony. That was Brony Inspector, not my thought.
No, I was reading chat.
Okay.
The
Nice.
thoughts and opinions of Brony Inspector do not reflect the thoughts.
But yeah, no. Who suggested that his money was slipping? Because I keep saying that again. If that were, yeah, but the video itself has about, and it was 1,000 when I first looked at it. This is a side channel. If he really wanted to, this is a throwaway video. I still disagree with it, and I got my fucking fire going, and I wanted to goddamn chime in. So let's continue on.
You are just as accountable to the things you say. You have just as much of an opportunity to influence the minds of whomever happens to see your post. If more people see you, that's a matter of it's not a matter of you being more correct or being even more of an authority. It's just a matter of more people have seen it. And when you happen to have made something that has inspired a lot of people, or that a lot of people resonate with, they will continue to return to your stances because they like the.
That's an authority.
He is disproving it. He's like, let me make one argument initially and then argue against it the rest of the time.
Yeah,
this is insane.
No, that's exactly what an authority is. People come back to your opinion because it resonates with them. That is exactly what an authority is. Just head to toe, top to bottom. I can't think of if anyone ever asked me what an authority is, I would have grabbed that clip straight from Digi and said, "This is what an authority is." End story. This voice resonates with me. I would go back to this on this topic. Yes.
Way that you say things. But if at some point you are following somebody and you have a disagreement with their opinion and you feel as though you are wrong now because, normally you agree with this person but this time you didn't, or you know, you are able to see the logic of how they feel, and so you feel as though, oh, like, I don't have the same level of logic to back up my feelings, so that means that, like, my feelings are worse. You don't need to feel that way.
No, you don't need to feel that way. Obviously not. Oh, here, 1 second. I never did freaking... Yeah, no, hold that thought. I'm trying to get it to come back to the screen here. Son of a bitch. Cancel. Oh, there. Now it's working. Perfect. Now nobody's talking. Wonderful. But yeah, no, I was just sitting there thinking, what didn't need to
I was
feel.
just about to say.
Go ahead, take it.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, I'm not understanding. He keeps flip-flopping back and forth, it feels. Like, he's going from, well, I'm not an authority figure, to anyone could be an authority figure. And,
Yeah.
like, you literally just contradicted your
Yeah,
own point.
if he would have...
His equation equals 0, which is why it's so hard to say anything about it right now. Because, like, that last thing I was listening, I was like, I'm trying to, like, sit here and absorb that message, and I'm like, that message equaled nothing.
Well,
I
Well,
literally
hold.
can't find anything to actually say about it.
Okay, well, here was my thought. Is that if he would have put something like that towards the beginning, I don't know if I would have made the video. 'Cause he's... Yeah, no, but you don't have to feel that way. Not having to not feel that way, Digi, doesn't mean that people can't be an authority.
Right.
Yeah,
See,
I think he's.
Feelings don't
Yeah.
matter are the exact kind of argument an authority figure might make while making decisions.
Yeah,
Which is weird.
Yeah, let's.
Again.
Yeah, like even if someone were fucking, like, say, when I made the remark about, like, Louis Rossman's thoughts on Apple, even if he's factually correct, you wouldn't have to agree with him. Like, I don't. Wait.
Right.
What?
I literally don't everyone can agree with someone and disagree. That's the power of the human mind and opinions and human nature. That doesn't mean they won't agree with you, even if you don't want them to.
I get that too, Buttons. Jesus.
I'm so lost right now.
No, God. I really would have liked some more structure for this. Alright, I'm gonna try and continue on.
Your feelings don't have to be justified for them to be correct. Not everything that we know to be true is something we can prove. Not everything that, you know, we know to exist do we have evidence of. So, just because you like something that maybe I say is bad, it doesn't make your opinion any less valid.
Oh, that was his. I was all ready to blame somebody in the call. Yeah, I was completely.
Yeah. I was looking behind me. I was like, "What the fuck? Is my dog barking right? What's going on?"
I was like, "Oh, one of you assholes is about to get." Oh, it's him. Okay, but I don't want.
Cool. Oh, we dodged a bullet.
Jesus, you know what? I swear to God, I was getting towards the 5-minute mark, and I'm like, I feel like there's nothing left here to learn. I feel like he's just completely here. I'm gonna play those last 10 seconds because I zoned for a minute because his banality was killing me.
Do we have evidence of? So just because you like something that maybe I say is bad, it doesn't make your opinion any less valid than mine.
The
Good
weed
to know.
has filled his
We can
brain.
keep going, guys.
What?
Good. All right, you gave us the green light. Let's just keep this train rolling. We have opinions. Good. They're not any less valid than his. We're good to go.
How do you come back here? I gotta come back to the chat here. Anybody? So here's that one dude from the chat. Now that I think about this, some of his latest Patreon perk rant videos are this too. They go into circles and are hard to understand. I've seen those. Here's
listen to Sheldon when he's high.
Yeah, no. Here's the whole thing.
I like talking to Sheldon when
when
we're both high. That's great. What are you talking about?
Yeah, to Dawn Painters. I've seen some of those, and I can't say I've seen all of them because he like dumps 50 of them at like the end of the month or whatever the fuck. But the ones I saw, his thoughts on furry, hypocrisy doesn't invalidate a point. But I found it rather funny when he was talking to furries and saying shit like, maybe you guys should dial it back a bit. No, completely true. Completely true. And people are going to judge you by some of the things that you do publicly. Stares really hard. I did script out a fucking response to that video and just said, no, I'm not going to bother.
Clips, you got anything good?
I could have. I could have probably fucking just... I'm like, did you just really... You're the guy who has that You've probably said the worst shit that you can't get arrested for. Yeah, without getting arrested. That one line is just so fucking absolutely... You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The fucking... I do blah blah blah.
The #1 erotic roleplay.
No. That's a different guy. Different guy. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
His thoughts on Lilican, and I'm like...
Same line, different context. I know the deal. Yeah.
God, you know what? Let's skip ahead.
We weren't asking for that much, but thank you.
Let's skip ahead here. I just want to fucking see if there's any kind of thing here whatsoever. Let's get to 10 minutes. I'll never have made it.
It's not necessarily a great opinion, a super well-informed opinion, but it is an opinion, and it's not one that will be exclusive to me. Tom and I both felt similarly about the game from the experience we had with it, and like that experience left.
I quit. I quit.
That guy is high. And you know what? Maybe he should spend some time cleaning up his little house a little bit more and not talking into the camera.
Yeah.
His place is a mess. Just to get all queer-eye about this, but still, what's this guy's deal?
Yeah.
Me can't.
I mean, like, just look at my apartment. I'm clearly not an authority. This place is a dump place. Okay, there. Now you've made a good point.
There's two roaches in the background fighting with toothpick sticks. Yes, I'm an authority on having
that movie Joe's Apartment. It's like that. When those roaches don't write my script, I make videos like this.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, yes, we can see by your apartment you're not an authority figure. Fine. We
okay, all right. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus. Wow, indeed.
It went from him trying to be philosophical and intelligent to this fucking video game.
You know what? Jen Jerome, I have a tiny bottle of Bacardi 151 that I found in a suitcase sitting on my desk that I might drink. Is that close enough to moonshine?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking the person who said I should drink some moonshine.
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm just asking chat here. Jen Jerome. Oh no. Okay. All right.
Jesus. Holy crap.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, no. Again, this is. I'm probably the only one in there, but I would absolutely love if Digi came back to basically his real thoughts, which I can't even tell off of this, on critical authority. I would absolutely like to see a consistent thought line put together and really shaped and put into a real product, instead of this insane swirling in analytical mass in
non-substantive.
Yeah, non-substantive. I was trying. Yes, exactly. No, I'll admit. Yeah, here's the whole thing. We were pretty incoherent too, but I think that's because we had.
Yeah, but there's 5 of us in here or something.
Oh yeah, no, I should have said no to a couple people, but I was trying to be cool, and I was like, I could totally do this if I have more people.
Oh, this was fun, man. Come on.
Oh shit. All right, guys. I think we've taken this as far as we can.
Stream here, guys. It's a
Yes.
pod.